Remember the joy of biting into a Henry's Hamburger or visiting Doggy Diner? Join us as we rewind time to explore 20 beloved fast food chains that have faded from America. Stay till the end to uncover astonishing stories and unforgettable memories that will take you back in time. Horn and Hard Art. Do you remember the charm of Horn and Hard Art? This iconic chain began as a small lunchroom in Philadelphia on December 22, 1888. Imagine walking into a cozy spot with just a counter and 15 stools, serving up New Orleans-style coffee that became the talk of the town. Can you almost smell the rich aroma and hear the bustling chatter? Some of you might recall that unmistakable warmth and friendly atmosphere. As word spread about their gilt-edged brew, Horn and Hard Art blossomed into a thriving business. By 1898, they had incorporated as the Horn and Hard Art Baking Company, operating over 100 restaurants and retail outlets at their peak. Do you remember grabbing a quick bite or enjoying a leisurely coffee break at one of their locations? However, the changing times proved challenging, and the last remaining location closed its doors on April 9, 1991. Do you recall the bittersweet feeling when you heard about the closure? Horn and Hard Art's story is a nostalgic journey, reminding us of the simple joys of a good cup of coffee and a friendly neighborhood spot. And this is just the beginning. Stay with us to uncover more heartwarming tales of America's once-beloved fast food treasures. Up next, a chain that started with a White Castle. Can you guess which one? Share your guesses in the comments. White Tower Hamburgers. Can you still remember the taste of White Tower hamburgers? This beloved fast food chain opened its doors in 1926 in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, quickly making a name for itself with its distinctive white fortress-like buildings. Picture those simple menus featuring hamburgers, coffee, ham sandwiches, pie, donuts, and soda pop, all served with mustard but no ketchup on paper napkins. Can you recall the flavors? By 1929, White Tower had 30 outlets in Detroit alone. Despite starting as an imitation of White Castle, White Tower thrived, spreading to cities like Chicago, Indianapolis, Philadelphia, and Sarasota, Florida. During the Great Depression, their 5-cent hamburgers were a lifeline for many communities. Imagine the relief and joy of getting a meal during such tough times. At its peak in the 1950s, White Tower boasted 230 locations nationwide. Do you remember spotting those white buildings and feeling the excitement of a tasty, affordable meal? However, times changed, and White Tower faced a gradual decline. The end of an era came in April 2022, when the last remaining White Tower outpost in Toledo, Ohio, was closed due to a tragic fire. Do you remember the bittersweet moment when you heard this news? Royal Castle. Who can forget the taste of a Royal Castle burger paired with their distinctive birch beer? Named after founder William Singer Royal, this iconic chain opened in 1938 at NE 2nd Avenue and 79th Street in Miami. Imagine those early days as Royal Castle expanded to 175 locations across Florida, Georgia, Ohio, and Louisiana, with a strong presence in Miami. Royal Castle was known for its hamburgers, reminiscent of White Castles, and its unique birch beer. At its peak in 1961, a hamburger was just 15 cents, about $1.53 today, and fries and birch beer were 7 cents each, about 0.71 today. Their motto, "Fit for a King," and offerings like freshly squeezed orange juice for breakfast made it a community favorite. In 1969, Royal Castle was acquired by Performance Systems for $9.1 million, but lacking restaurant experience, the company struggled, leading to financial collapse and asset sales. By the 1970s, Royal Castle began losing ground to other fast food chains, and today, only one Royal Castle remains at 2779th Street in Miami. Royal Castle's story is a nostalgic reminder of unique flavors and community connections. If you loved Royal Castle, remember Doggy Diner? Stay tuned for more heartwarming tales of America's once-beloved fast food treasures. Doggy's Diner. Do you remember the good old days when you could grab a bite at Doggy Diner? Founded in 1948 on San Pablo Avenue, this modest eatery quickly became a beloved staple in the San Francisco Bay Area. Over the years, Doggy Diner grew in popularity, expanding its presence with branches in San Francisco and Oakland. At its peak, Doggy Diner boasted 30 locations, predominantly in San Francisco. The menu was simple but satisfying: hot dogs, French fries, sodas, and hamburgers. These American classics attracted crowds seeking quick, tasty, and affordable meals. Despite its local fame and loyal patrons, Doggy Diner faced tough competition from national giants like McDonald's and Burger King. The 1980s signaled the beginning of its decline, as these larger chains overshadowed smaller competitors with their vast marketing budgets and standardized operations. Doggy Diner struggled to keep pace with the evolving fast food industry, which favored mass production and uniformity. After nearly 4 decades of serving the Bay Area, Doggy Diner served its last meal in 1986. The closure marked the end of an era for many who cherished its friendly atmosphere and comforting menu. Yet the memory of Doggy Diner endures, living on in the hearts of its former patrons. Today, its legacy is a nostalgic reminder of a time when local fast food chains thrived on personality and community connection. Henry's Hamburger. Aren't you hungry for a Henry's? Henry's Hamburgers was a prominent American fast food chain in the 1950s, 60s, and 70s. Named in honor of the late Henry Bresler, one of the founders of Bresler's Ice Cream Company, Henry's attracted customers with catchy slogans and irresistible prices: 15 cents for a burger or 10 burgers for just $1. By 1956, Henry's Hamburgers had 35 locations in the Chicago area, even outnumbering some of today's giants like McDonald's. By the early 1960s, there were over 200 Henry's restaurants nationwide, with headquarters in Chicago. However, by the mid-1970s, Henry's locations began closing due to repeated mergers and ownership changes. Today, the only remaining Henry's Hamburgers is in Benton Harbor, Michigan. Burger Chef. Going out to have a burger with your grandkids might drag you back to your past if you spent your early life in Indiana. Founded in 1954 in Indianapolis, Burger Chef was one of the first fast food chains to make a significant impact on the industry. Known for its innovation and efficiency, the chain quickly gained a loyal following. One of Burger Chef's standout menu items was the Big Chef, a double burger that delighted customers with its generous portions. Later, they introduced the Super Chef, a quarter-pound hamburger for just 69 cents, making it popular with budget-conscious diners. A notable innovation was the Works Bar, where customers could add their own toppings, a concept that predated similar offerings by other chains and added a personalized touch to the dining experience. Burger Chef's success was rooted in its ability to feed a large number of people efficiently and inexpensively. This approach resonated with the fast-paced lifestyle of the 1950s and 60s, propelling the chain to rapid expansion. By 1973, Burger Chef had grown to 1,050 locations across the United States, including some in Canada. Despite its early success, the 1980s brought challenges that Burger Chef struggled to overcome. The restaurant lost its competitive edge when its owner decided to divest the chain. This marked the beginning of the end, culminating in the closure of most locations. Although Burger Chef has faded, its legacy of innovation and role in shaping the industry remains significant. Share your memories in the comments. Pup & Taco. Can you still taste the unique blend of tacos, hot dogs, and pastrami sandwiches from Pup & Taco? Founded by Russell Wendell in 1956, this beloved fast food chain started as a drive-in restaurant and later opened its first officially branded location in Pasadena, California in 1965. Imagine savoring their diverse menu featuring tacos, tostadas, burgers, various hot dogs, the pup in Pup & Taco, French fries, RC Cola, root beer, and flavored slushes. By January 1972, Pup & Taco had grown to 50 locations, expanding to 62 by the following year. its rapid expansion was a testament to its popularity and the appeal of its menu. Do you remember the excitement of visiting one of these bustling spots? However, the fast food industry in Southern California was fiercely competitive. Despite its popularity, Pup and Taco struggled to compete with larger, more established brands like McDonald's and Burger King. In 1984, Taco Bell acquired 99 of Pup and Taco's California locations, primarily for their prime real estate, marking the end of the chain's operations in California. Pup and Taco's story is a nostalgic reminder of a time when fast food was diverse and local flavors thrived. Pizza Haven. Can you still remember the excitement of ordering from Pizza Haven, a pioneering force in the U.S. pizza landscape? Emerging in 1958 in the vibrant University District of Seattle, Washington, Pizza Haven quickly captured hearts with its innovative dial-a-pizza delivery service. This groundbreaking idea revolutionized the industry, offering a tantalizing menu from classic cheese calzone to adventurous hippie rolls and buffalo chicken wrap. Employees used cutting-edge radiophones to relay orders to drivers, who navigated the streets with piping hot pizzas in warming ovens within their Jeeps and trucks. Can you imagine the thrill of receiving a hot, delicious pizza delivered right to your door? Despite its early success, Pizza Haven faced financial setbacks, leading to an involuntary Chapter 7 bankruptcy filing in 1998 due to missed tax payments. While most stores sadly shuttered, a glimmer of hope remained with the continued operation of Pizza Haven and Bean Pod restaurants within Seattle Center House, serving as a nostalgic reminder of Pizza Haven's enduring legacy. Pizza Haven's story is a nostalgic reminder of a time when innovation and flavor reigned supreme. If you have fond memories of dialing up a Pizza Haven delivery, press the bell and subscribe button so you don't miss anything from us. Pioneer's Chicken. Can you still taste the bright orange, deep-fried chicken from Pioneer Chicken? Founded in 1961 by H.R. Kaufman in Echo Park, Los Angeles, this beloved fast food chain was known for its unique flavor, menu options like gizzards and livers, and its mascot, Pioneer Pete. Do you remember the thrill of visiting one of their many locations, especially if you were lucky enough to live near one of their spots in Honolulu on the island of Oahu, Hawaii? By the 1970s, Pioneer Chicken had expanded significantly, boasting 270 restaurants run by 220 franchisees when Kaufman sold the chain in 1987. In 1993, AFC Enterprises, the parent company of Popeyes, acquired Pioneer Chicken and converted nearly all locations to Popeyes. However, two franchisees resisted the change, proudly retaining the Pioneer Chicken branding. Sadly, the original Pioneer Chicken location closed in March 2009 due to significant neighborhood redevelopment. What are your favorite memories of this iconic chain? Maryland's Fried Chicken. Can you still recall the unique taste of Maryland's fried chicken served with a cream gravy and garnished with bananas? The inaugural Maryland Fried Chicken restaurant opened in Fern Park, Florida in October 1961, initiated by Al Constantine and his partner, W.H. Truesdell. This humble beginning marked the start of a franchise venture that quickly grew in popularity. Initially offering a limited menu, Maryland Fried Chicken became famous for its distinct dish that reflected Baltimore's history as a leading importer of bananas. By the end of 1967, franchises had spread to Georgia, Alabama, and Michigan. Within 2 years, the chain established a national headquarters in Macon, Georgia, claiming the title of the third largest and fastest growing fried chicken takeout chain in the U.S. by 1969, with 160 locations by early 1971. However, financial difficulties led to Al Constantine's resignation as president in 1971, resulting in store closures. Despite efforts to revive profitability under new leadership, legal battles and the economic strain of the 1970s recession led to Maryland Fried Chicken's bankruptcy and eventual dissolution in 1979. Maryland's Fried Chicken is a nostalgic reminder of unique regional flavors and rapid expansion. What are your favorite memories of this iconic chain? Stay tuned as we move on to the story of another beloved chain, Red Barn. Do you remember their catchy jingle? Red Barn. Ever wondered about the Red Barn restaurant of 1961, which was a combined package in itself, offering a variety of foods? Offering a menu that included hamburgers, cheeseburgers, fried chicken, fish sandwiches, and a pioneering salad bar, Red Barn differentiated itself with a rustic, barn-themed atmosphere. Popular items like the Barn Buster and Big Barney sandwiches contributed to its charm. Despite its catchy advertising jingle, "When the Hungries hit the Red Barn," at its peak, the chain boasted 400 restaurants across 19 states, with additional outlets in southern Ontario, other parts of Canada, and Australia. The company faced tough competition from industry giants like McDonald's and Burger King, as well as emerging fast food chains like Wendy's old-fashioned hamburgers. Ultimately, both Red Barn fast food chains succumbed to the competition and went out of business. In the spring of 1970, the chain found itself at the center of controversy when a franchisee wanted to erect a store in Dinkytown. Jerry's Hamburger. Can you still taste the classic flavors of Jerry's Hamburger? Starting its journey in 1962 in northern Illinois and southern Wisconsin, Jerry's Hamburger drew inspiration from early McDonald's-style restaurants, offering a simple yet satisfying menu of burgers, fries, shakes, and soft drinks. In the 1960s, Jerry's was a leading fast food chain in Rockford, known for its delicious hamburgers and friendly service. Do you remember stopping by Jerry's for a quick bite with family and friends? As time went on, Jerry's evolved, and by 1980, there were around 13 Jerry's restaurants across America. Unfortunately, the chain ceased to operate in the 1980s, although several stores continued to operate independently. The last standing Jerry's restaurant in Beloit, Wisconsin, closed its doors in 1999. There was an attempt to revive Jerry's brand in 2002, but it didn't succeed. Next, we'll dive into the story of Winkies. Remember their catchy slogan, "Winkies makes you happy to be hungry"? Stay tuned. Winkies. When you see the notion, "Winkies makes you happy to be hungry," what comes to your mind? Yes, the Winkies, the famous fast food chain of 1962. With their flagship offering, the humble yet irresistible Winkies hamburger priced at just 15 cents, patrons flocked to savor other delectable creations like the Big Wink, the Great One, and the Ground Rounder. Not stopping at burgers alone, Winkies diversified its menu with hot dogs, catering to a wide array of tastes. What truly set Winkies apart was its vertical integration, boasting its own meat supply courtesy of Jiffy Steak, granting them a competitive edge in quality control and consistency. By 1965, Winkies had burgeoned to 14 locations with plans for expansion underway. Embracing the franchise model, the company swiftly multiplied its presence, boasting 32 restaurants within 2 years and entertaining ambitions of national dominance. Peak success arrived in 1977, with 42 flourishing stores across Pennsylvania, West Virginia, and Ohio. Yet, despite its meteoric rise, economic challenges forced Winkies to navigate the stormy waters of Chapter 11 bankruptcy in 1982. Though its physical presence may have dimmed, the legacy of Winkies hamburgers lives on, etched into the collective memory of those who fondly recall its savory delights and enduring charm. Wessons. Can you still remember the joy of biting into a Wessons Big W burger? Wessons, a cornerstone of American fast food history, traces its roots back to 1959 when Herbert Wettenson, inspired by the McDonald brothers, embarked on a journey to revolutionize the culinary landscape. Leveraging his family's restaurant experience, Herb established the inaugural Wessons location in Levittown, Long Island. Wessons quickly became celebrated for its iconic Big W burger, 15-cent burgers, and 10-cent fries, with catchy slogans like "Look for the orange circles" and "Buy a bagful." Do you remember the excitement of spotting those orange circles? Their mascots, Wetty and Sunny, brought joy reminiscent of Ronald McDonald, and their breakfast sandwiches were a hit. By its peak, Wessons boasted over 70 establishments. However, the rise of industry giants like McDonald's and Burger King in the New York metropolitan area brought mounting competition. Wessons sought refuge through a merger with Nathan's famous fast food chain in 1975. Despite efforts to weather the storm, the closure of 29 Wessons locations and the subsequent discontinuation of the brand marked the end of an era. What are your favorite memories of Wessons? Steak and ale. Do you remember the dimly lit Tudor-style dining rooms exuding an air of sophistication, offering a fine dining experience? Founded in 1966, Steak and Ale quickly became famous for its mouth-watering menu featuring signature dishes like herb-roasted prime rib, Kensington Club, New York Strip, and filet mignon, alongside tantalizing options like Hawaiian chicken and spicy grilled chicken pasta. The restaurant captivated diners seeking a memorable and upscale steak experience at affordable prices. In a bid to reignite interest during the mid-1990s, Steak and Ale introduced the early evening menu, enticing guests with lower prices and complimentary beverages and desserts. This move aimed to bring back the charm and popularity of the beloved chain. Despite its independent roots, Steak and Ale joined the Pillsbury Restaurant Group in 1976, alongside iconic brands like Burger King and Bennigan's. Fast forward to June 2020, the spirit of Steak and Ale was set for a revival, with plans underway to unveil a revamped location in Cancun, Mexico, slated to open its doors in 2021. The company remains on the lookout for franchisees eager to bring the Steak and Ale experience to diners across the United States. Next, we'll explore the story of Noggles. Do you remember their fresh, fast Mexican food? Stay tuned. Noggles. Noggles was a popular Mexican fast food restaurant chain in Southern California from 1970 to 1995. The first Noggles opened at the southwest corner of 14th Street and Brockton Avenue in Riverside, California in 1970, with the motto, "Prepare food fresh." It served burgers, Noggle Burger, cheeseburger, chili cheeseburger, Ortega burger, and hamburger. In 1979, Harold Butler purchased Noggles when it had just 3 locations and expanded it through a system of non-exclusive franchises which a federal court later ruled unlawful. Despite this, Butler grew the chain to 275 restaurants by 1984 before selling it to Collins Foods International. In 1988, Noggles merged with Del Taco when businessman Anwar Solomon acquired both companies. Some Noggles menu items, like those with the Macho designation, were integrated into Del Taco's menu. In May 1989, Solomon announced plans to convert most of the 171 Noggles locations to Del Taco by the end of the summer. By August 1992, only 31 Noggles locations remained outside California, in Utah, Nevada, Missouri, and Illinois, with all California locations having been converted. In March 1994, 7 of the 8 remaining Noggles locations in Nevada were converted to Del Taco, with the last one in Carson City, Nevada, closing in 1995. This final location, on Highway 50 in Carson City, was not converted to Del Taco, but became a new restaurant called China East later that year. We are almost there. Are you ready for the best part? Then hang on tight, grab a drink, and stay till the end. Delights of America. Can you still recall the promise of healthier fast food that Delights of America brought to the scene? Emerging in 1978 in Norcross, Georgia, founders Doug Shealy and Jeffrey Miller pioneered a movement toward nutritious dining. By 1983, the chain had its first franchises, and by 1985, over 100 stores were established. Do you remember the excitement of trying their reduced-calorie dishes featuring lean beef burgers, high-fiber buns, and low-calorie cheese? For health-conscious consumers, it was a guilt-free indulgence. Despite its initial success, Delights faced challenges, halting franchise operations in 1986 and closing several stores due to financial strain. By year's end, the chain succumbed to the weight of Chapter 11 bankruptcy. The demise of Delights, as noted by FIU Hospitality Review, was attributed to stiff competition from industry giants like McDonald's, Burger King, and Wendy's, who began offering healthier alternatives such as salads and baked potatoes. Additionally, Delight's repurchase of struggling franchise locations further compounded its financial woes, marking the end of its noble quest to revolutionize fast food dining. If you ever enjoyed a meal at Delight's, what was your favorite item on the menu? Chicken George. Can you still taste the mouth-watering flavors of Chicken George, a beloved fixture of Baltimore's fast food scene? Founded by Theodore Holmes in November 1979 within the bustling Mondawmin Mall, Chicken George quickly became a beacon of flavorful innovation. Its diverse menu tantalized taste buds with offerings ranging from chicken salad to gumbo, fish and chips, and an array of delectable side dishes like greens, biscuits, French fries, and rice. Notably, the chain distinguished itself by eschewing pork products, opting instead for the savory essence of beef. Do you remember the excitement of trying their unique dishes? As word of its delicious fare spread, Chicken George expanded, establishing 6 restaurants in Baltimore and venturing into Philadelphia, Washington, D.C., Atlanta, Los Angeles, and beyond. Imagine the anticipation of visiting a new location and savoring your favorite meal. Despite its meteoric rise, Chicken George faced financial turbulence, culminating in a September 1991 bankruptcy filing and the eventual dissolution of its savory empire. Though Chicken George may have faded into history, its legacy lives on in the memories of those who savored its unforgettable flavors. Next, we'll revisit the story of Mighty Casey's and its unique menu offerings. Stay tuned. Mighty Casey's. Can you still recall the mouth-watering taste of a meal from Mighty Casey's? Opening its doors in Atlanta, Georgia, in 1980, this fast food restaurant quickly became a local favorite in the Atlanta metropolitan area. Known for its high-quality fast food, generous portions, and inventive menu items, Mighty Casey's stood out from the typical fast food crowd. Do you remember their exclusive recipes and premium ingredients such as Wisconsin beef, signature sauces, and hand-battered onion rings? This unique approach set them apart and garnered a loyal customer base. Mighty Casey's wasn't just another fast food joint, it was a place where quality and creativity met, providing an unforgettable dining experience. In 1994, the beloved chain was acquired by Crystal. Do you remember the bittersweet feeling when you saw your favorite Mighty Casey's locations being converted to Crystal? The takeover marked the end of an era for many who had cherished the unique offerings of Mighty Casey's. And don't miss the final story in our journey, Bugaboo Creek Steakhouse, a Canadian-themed dining experience you won't forget. Bugaboo Creek Steakhouse. Can you still hear the whimsical chatter of the animatronic Canadian wildlife at Bugaboo Creek Steakhouse? This Canadian-themed U.S. casual dining chain, headquartered in East Providence, Rhode Island, debuted its first location in Warwick, Rhode Island in October 1992. Do you remember being greeted by the talking moose trophy head mount or the animated buffalo? These unique features made dining at Bugaboo Creek an entertaining experience for guests of all ages. Renowned for its diverse menu of classic steakhouse fare, Bugaboo Creek offered everything from steak, burgers, and salads to desserts, appetizers, seafood, sandwiches, pasta, and even breakfast items. There was something to cater to every taste, making it a beloved dining spot for families and friends. However, in November 2010, the company faced financial challenges and filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, resulting in the closure of most Massachusetts locations. Despite maintaining 12 operational restaurants initially, the chain gradually phased out its iconic talking animals, opting to keep them as static decor. The final chapter came on June 29, 2016, when Bugaboo Creek Steakhouse closed all its locations worldwide. What are your fondest memories of dining at Bugaboo Creek Steakhouse? Did you have a favorite dish or a particular animatronic that always made you smile? Share your stories in the comments. And if you've enjoyed this nostalgic journey through America's once beloved fast food treasures, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more delightful memories from the past.